Hello, this is an instructional video on how to program your AutoSlide so that your door does not open the entire length, pretty much for if you'd like your door to open up, let's say about that much. Some customers in the past have wanted to have their doors not open entirely for the full distance of the door, so here's a video on how to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the door in the closed position. So this is when your sliding door is completely closed. We're pretty much going to program the entire unit using the motherboard, and so what you need to do just before you start off is just pull the door open a little bit. About this much should be fine. That's because when you start the motor, the unit just starts kind of pushing into the wall, and you don't want the gear to possibly get messed up because it's been pretty much unprogrammed and the door doesn't know what it's doing yet. So what you're going to do is, once you've popped off the black or white covering, depending on what color you've ordered your AutoSlide, you're going to take off the motherboard casing, and once you've taken off the motherboard casing, there's a little red on and off button that's behind these two wires, or cables. You're going to flip that, which is what I'm going to do now. Turning it on, your AutoSlide is going to start moving right now. So what I want you to do now is flip the very first dip switch right here on and off. Then your door is going to keep moving and then eventually reach a closed position. Now that it's reached its closed position, it's learning how far it can go to open the door. So what I want you to do is once you reach the length, the desired length pretty much, for how much your door is to be opened, you just hold the door and stop the motion, and then it'll give it a little bit jerk back, and then it'll start moving the other direction, which is telling it, okay, I know how far I want to be open. Now I need to just check how far I need to close, and yes, pretty much wait for this programming to learn. See, it's already opened up as far as we've told it, and now we're just gonna let the process finish programming. You'll know when the AutoSlide is done reprogramming once the door comes to a stop in the closed position. So there, our AutoSlide has given us the okay that, hey, I've learned the distance of our door. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get the plastic covering of the motherboard, put it back in, and from here we're going to just pretty much test out our unit to make sure that that the unit has learned how much we want it to open and close. So now what we're going to do is we're going to click the small button over here called Sensor Learn. It's upside down because our display units are made for easy access and testing units. So please note everything you see here is upside down. So we're going to click Sensor Learn. It's going to start flashing red, and you're just going to click a push button, let's say. And once you've clicked it, the door should open and it'll close soon enough. And so pretty much, yeah, here you go.